So we are standing out here in front of Project Blow Your Mind, and you see these yellow mats behind me, these FoD mats. Let's discuss what those are. A lot of people have reached out asking, what are those yellow mats you have in front of your project? So we're out here in front of Project Blow Your Mind. You can see the yellow mats behind me, the yellow brick road, as some have called it. And in Arizona we have, and this is really for any project, but Arizona specifically has dust control, right? Through Maricopa County, we have dust control regulations. We actually have to put a sign up front that showcases our permit, that we're registered for dust control, and then we have dust control logs. So anytime that we're moving dirt and we have to track that to make sure that it's watered down, that there's a lot of moisture on it, so then that way we're not blowing dust in there and polluting the air quality here in Phoenix. Part of that too is Trackout, right? We all deal with that, whether it's commercial, residential, SWIPs, and whether we're preventing any erosion or runoff into the road or neighboring properties. And again, Trackout on a rainy day, a muddy day. You know, the HOAs and neighborhoods, and especially the municipalities, do not want you bringing out a ton of dirt and mud into the streets. So what's common is Trackout. So it normally happens, in this case, we have two entrances here. We have one on the east and west side of the home. And what makes it difficult is that a lot of times you're coming in, you're doing some excavation, you're putting in some big rock. And really the whole intent of that rock is that as trucks are driving out, you know, that rock's beating on the tires. So it should be flinging off all the mud. So then that by the time they get to the street, all that mud is off of the tire. Well, the issue is that it can be costly. A lot of times, depending on the stage of construction or lot location, commercial and residential, we're relocating the Trackout. Right, as we're working through different phases of construction that has to be moved, and now you're paying to have your excavator come back out. They're putting in more rock. You may have to dispose of the other rock that was dropped. And so it's this logistical thing that's a continual cost on every project. So now we have the FoD mats, as you see here. And these are incredible because these are made, these are a composite material, heavy plastic, as you can see here. It's a little bit tough for me to balance as I'm walking through this. But essentially what I love about these is these are very durable. They're extremely strong. You can see here, they're very heavy. They're hard to move. Regardless, we just put rebar in. We have bent down, turned down rebar here. And you can see here, we've bolted this one in. And so now these do not move. And we can bolt them together and run all the way through. So on both entrances here, we have these FoD mats. And one of the great benefits is as we've moved Trackout or add a new Trackout area, we just move these mats. This is something we can move or relocate. Another benefit is on new projects, right? So we have new construction projects, and one key expense we all have, there is a cost, right, to maintain. So we can bill, you know, as a line item for the cost of the mats and reuse those, and it saves the client money. Still helps us pay for the cost of the mats and the labor to move those, but it lessens the expense of the project for the client, which is a huge benefit. So being able to move these, to ship them throughout Phoenix, the greater Phoenix area that we're working in, this becomes a great solution. And now the biggest thing is we don't have to deal with all that river rock and debris that technically, you know, will come up at the end of the project too, especially when you have a smooth and finished landscape design. We can't have all that river rock here, so there's expense in that haul off. So again, FoD mats, they're a great solution to any project to control that Trackout.